guys, Asher coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video, guys. Today, one of my favorite champions in the game. You already know it is Tagoar. I've been shouting from the mountaintop since this dude was released that he is one of the better epics out there inside the game. Today, we're going to go ahead and revisit how this champion changed my free-to-play account. I've also made a video already on how this champion changed my main account, or maybe changing my main account is too strong on the main account, but the impact that he's had overall, the versatility that this amazing support champion has. So, some shout-outs first. We get Spanky Light. Spanky Light. Okay. Have you done a video on Tagoar? I think it means Tagoar, right? Video yet? We got Venom G, Odachai, and Tagoar, please. Odachai, I'm actually going to work on very soon. Probably this week. We have Carlos Martinez, Tagoar. We have, oh my goodness, Afbear. I've got a few guide requests. I'm really looking forward to Tagoar, Lugan the Steadfast, Wormlum Frost King, Seeker, and Pain Keeper. Just to name a few. We will get to all of them eventually, my man. Hannibal's Burgers Are Us. Man, these names, very creative to say the least, right? Let's see. I've been looking for Tagoar, but I remember a recent video you did. I just got the horn. Dude, okay. The Venom, again, a lot of Venom. Venom G is just after it, man. Dude, these are all different comments from Venom G. He's going to be very happy. At least we got the Tagoar part. Oh, we had someone else. This is the last shout out here. Steven says, please do Tagoar. As you pointed out, he is awesome. I would also love to know if I'm maximizing his potential in all areas. Well, he's a great support, great reviver in all areas of the game, guys. Let's go ahead and watch again on the free-to-play. He's really been, with him being added to all of my dungeon teams on the free-to-play, especially now a month or two after I've got him, I still use him at level 50 because he's just kind of that good, better at 60. But anyway, here he is at level 50, literally like the week after that I was able to get him, not maxed out, but to level 50 on my free-to-play. Enjoy, guys. Today is going to be a very exciting video. First of all, I'm on the mini account, Vexthal, so excited about that. But what I'm more excited about is I did something that, again, I should really never do. I should really never pull any shards off air.
Shame. Shame.
I pulled an absolute game changer, and that is not hyperbole, ladies and gentlemen. That is the truth. You guys know I've been salivating over this champion since the day he was added to the game. I made my first video on this dude when I got him on my main account, you know, I don't know, 7-8 months ago or whatever. We didn't do a full guide on him, so I'm going to show you today. We're going to do a full guide today, guys. But let me just tell you, man, I am in love. I'm going to say it right now. I apologize to Dark Elhain and to Ugo and all my faves, but I have a brand new favorite epic champion in the game, and it is my man Tagoar!
Look at me now. Oh.
Is that your guy?
Yes! I love this dude, man. I have him at level 50. I'm going to show you me rocking him at level 50. At the end of the video, by the way, I have him fully blessinged out or whatever. Fully blessinged out. That doesn't really come off the tongue, does it, guys? I have him fully awakened. There we go. On my main account, I'm going to show you him as well because he can, that build can dish out some serious damage on top of one of the better healers out there, on top of one of the best revivers out there in the game. Today, I hope to prove that to you guys. Now, listen, even though I've touched on this champion before, I've been getting so many comments asking for Tagoar guides. We get Wade, day one, requesting a Tagoar build, requesting an ultimate guide of Nethril, Lugan, Ugo, and Tagoar. And then we have still waiting on Odachai. Okay, I can do that. And Tagoar, the two I'm wanting to take to 6-star. Would they be beneficial? Venom G, yes, dude. Yes, Venom G again. Steven says, please do Tagoar. As you pointed out, he's awesome. I would also love to know if I'm maximizing his amazing potential in all areas. Venom G, Venom G, Venom G, Venom G, Venom.
I need you so bad.
Afbear. A few requests. He wants to see Logan, Wormlum, Seeker, Painkeeper, just to name a few. Of course, he wants Tagoar as well, just like everybody does. And why wouldn't you? This guy's a monster. Again, did I say this yet? I'm so old, I forget what I said 2 seconds ago. Although, I'm 60 digits, no big deal. I have this side tangent. I saw a documentary. It's a few years old. I can't find it anywhere now, but I had it recorded. Who records things nowadays? Anyway, It's called like Mind Games or something like that. It's about people who like have these memory Olympics or whatever. They memorize the craziest stuff. Then they use the memory palace technique. You can Google it, right? So I decided I want to try to memorize something because my memory's not that great. I forgot what I even told you guys already, right? So what I did is I'm trying to memorize pi, like the number, as many digits as I possibly can. I am proud to say that I am 60 digits. 60 digits of pi memorized. I could do it right now, but then everybody would be like, you're looking at the computer, Ash. You wouldn't be able to verify it. And that would be really boring too. Anyway, so I have no idea why I told you guys that. I think it's because I forgot I forgot if I mentioned that Tagoar on this account is only level 50 and he's still a game changer. That's what I wanted to say. Anyway, guys, he is an epic support champion. He's an orc on the A1, the magic stick. Cue the 50 cent. Attacks one enemy 2 times. We placed a big version of the increased defense for 2 turns on the ally with the lowest current HP. It's a great A1 ability. That's a great one. Because who needs the increased defense the most? Well, I guess the reviver, to stay alive, but also the squishiest champion on the team. And he's got that covered. On his A2, charge can't. Oh, charge can.
Wow, you really have that much faith in me?
Attacks all enemies on a 3-turn cooldown when booked. I just got him booked out, and I did something you should never ever do. I don't even know why I'm admitting this, but I was 1 book short on Charge Can't, and all I had was like 3 legendary skill tones on my whole account, and I used one. That's how good this champion is. Anyway, attacks all enemies, increase speed on all allies, and then heals all allies by 15% of this champion's max HP. Excuse me, I get choked up apparently when I talk about pi and Charge Can't. This heal might not sound like much, but it's based on his max HP, and I don't know what it is about this dude. Just a lot of these A2s, but he heals like a champ. I mean, he is a champ. He's got increased speed too. He's a beast. On his Rise and Fight, it's an AoE revival on a 5-turn cooldown. 30% HP. You also get a shield equal to 20% of this champion's max HP. And then Aid the Feeble. Do not overlook this passive. Longtime viewers, you already know how valuable these passives are, man. Decrease the damage received by all allies at 50% HP or less by 10%. Dude, you don't find that kind of passive on epic champions. You really don't. So what is this guy doing? HP in all battles. He's bringing you HP in all battles aura. Great aura. He's bringing you an Aid the Feeble passive, which mitigates damage when they need it the most. He's bringing you increased defense to whoever needs it the most. He's bringing you an AoE revival on a 5-turn cooldown with a nice girthy shield, right? He's bringing you an AoE attack. He's bringing you increased speed, and he's bringing you a great heal. Dude. I'll tell you what, man, this guy is amazing, amazing. I ranked him as a top 5 champion in the game when I did my top 20 champions tier list, and I would say surprisingly or not surprisingly, nobody complained about it. I thought that I was, sometimes with newer champions, you go out there and you're like, dude, they're really, really strong or they're super OP. Some people are like, dude, you're overreacting or whatever, or they haven't had a chance to actually get the champion themselves and they haven't experienced the wonder that is Tagoar. But I feel the same way about Kemptem, excuse me. I think that those champions are just insanely good. Anyway, back to Tagoar. As I mentioned, he's only level 50, man. I have no chickens and I have no food. And boy, I don't want a campaign farm to... That's what's really holding the mini account back, honestly. You'll notice that a lot of champions I have are the freebies. We got the UDK, Deliana, Rhonda, Ninja,
So when we start to say money is not important, we're lying to ourselves.
Yeah, I'm just going to complain about it. I'm sorry, but, I know that's reality for for every free-to-play player, right? Can I get this?
You are broke.
Oh, come on. I'm too lazy to level him up. I'm not lazy. I'm going to do it. But, this is just going to prove that even at level 50, this guy is an absolute boss, right? So, I have a very basic build on him. I have 2 speed sets, and that's it. And, I should have 3, though. Let me see. Well, I get some nice speed there. But really, I ought to... You know what? I would replace the weapon if I had any silver!
Okay, you have no money. No.
What do we have on him? We went for speed and HP, guys. Again, that heal and the shield on the revive, both predicated on his HP. So we got 42k, which isn't bad for level 50, right? And then we have as much speed as we could get on him, which is 199. And then that's about it. Listen, if you stack a little bit of crit rate on this champion, believe it or not, that A2 can add up in damage, which you will see if I can speak on my main account in just a little bit here. But a lot of that's coming from his blessing as well. Anyway, fairly easy build though. HP, and more HP, right? So I have speed on the boots. I get HP percentage, I get HP percentage on the gauntlets, and then that's really it. So again, I reiterate, no need for accuracy on this champion. All we need is a lot of HP, some survivability, a little bit of defense is nice too, and a lot of speed. More heals, more cooldowns, or less cooldowns on the revival or whatever, and we're going to be good to go, okay? So that's another good news on this champion is he's fairly easy to build. Where are we using this champion? Everywhere, man. Like, what is that song? Is it Johnny Cash? I'm an everywhere man.
I've been everywhere, man.
Anyway, Faction Wars, campaign. Yeah, like, honestly, guys, you're using this dude everywhere. Even in Fire Knight, I use him. Even in Fire Knight at level 50, he's got a 2-hitter on the A1. It's not like the best in the world, but it's not a 1-hitter, right? In terms of masteries, well, I don't have him 6-starred, so I can't go for a tier 6. I have a decision to make when talking about tier 6 masteries on this dude, right? I could go with Timely Intervention and keep everything the same as it is, exactly, right? Or I could go offense tree and go with War Master for a little bit extra damage. On this account, on the mini account, on Vexthal, I'm going to go with Timely Intervention. Just keep everything else the same. I really want to maximize those heals because, again, since I have them on my main account, I have a very healthy appreciation for the kind of healage he can bring to the table. On the defense tree, is nothing crazy here. I went Blast Proof. Obviously, getting the mitigated damage from AoE attacks. Resurgent is an insanely good mastery. We talk about it all the time on our Champions Guide channel. And then, of course, the counterattacks on Retribution and Deterrence on this champion. Great synergy because that's more, that will ensure, excuse me, that we keep that increased defense up on our champion at the lowest HP, basically at all times once you pick up these masteries, or very close to. Other noteworthy buffs here, or masteries, excuse me, is Rapid Response. Again, he is bringing that increased speed, which is nice to have, increased defense on the A1 as well, which we already spoke about, and then Lasting Gifts to get a chance of extending those durations with all of the healing masteries on this champion. So there we have it, guys. Let's go ahead and show you. I'm not sure if I'm going to show you the entire runs because, listen, we're not breaking any speed records on this account, that's for sure. But the cool thing is, guys, is with the help of Tagoar, and I really mean this is the tale as old as time on this account, right? I'm about to get Vizix. I've had the account for a while, but I haven't logged in every day, so I'm about to get Vizix. That's how long I've actually logged in. You can see all the energy I'm just sitting on here. I have not farmed a lot. Like, I tend to use my main account still. Like, that's what I go to farm overnight and stuff like that. I need to get in the habit of using this account more often, at least using the energy that I have. I say all that to say that I just don't have that good. My artifacts suck, especially given where I am in my account. I think most people who are about to get Vizix would have way better artifacts than I do. That being said, I'm super happy because I was able to clear not only stage 1 here of, well, yeah, only stage 1, sorry. I had already cleared stage 25 of Dragon's Lair, but I was finally able to start farming some mythical gear on this account thanks to Tagoar. So this is the squad, guys. We have Ninja, Rhonda, Silva Drakes, and Duck the Pierced, and then we have my man in the Aura lead, bringing that HP and just bringing that survivability. Silva Drakes is a really nice champion. I love Silva Drakes, right? And that's why I have my 2 faves here on the same team. You gotta love it.
Keep making your jokes because I'm about to send you to the worst place in the world.
Your Instagram account?
But the thing is that single target revive, you know, if things get a little haywire, if things get out of control, you could be, you know, SOL, as the kids don't say, right? You could be in trouble. You could be in trouble with just a single target reviver. So Tagoar, I mean, he's bringing, you're going to see the heals. I'm curious to see, like, because Syl is an amazing healer. She does it every, look at that. She's in Relentless Gear too. You can see the back-to-back turns. She's bringing those heals every single time. But Tagoar and her together on the same team, especially once we get him to level 60, I mean, that's some serious healage, right? And that's the beautiful thing. Now we're doing a better job at keeping everybody alive. Furthermore, we're doing a great job at making sure that if someone does, or not making sure, but if somebody does happen to die, or if a big critical hit comes in from any of the bosses, you know, we have the means to actually revive everybody, and he's tanky enough even at level 50 to get the job done. Let me come back to you guys when we get to the dragon. Be right back. All right, guys, here we go. So Rhonda's dead, and I forgot who killed her. I didn't even notice. But whoever it was blocked the revive, so that sucks. A very important note to make here, guys. Very important note that I should have mentioned when we're talking about the kit. Is that A3 similar to like a Mighty Uko, similar to a bunch of champions that they're adding to the game, similar to the Ursula the Mourner? That revive is going to use, he's going to use that ability and place that shield even if nobody is dead, okay? So on this champion, I think it's probably a good thing, but you guys can be the judge. It's good until you need the revival, then you don't have it, right? But you're gonna see him right now. So he gets that increased defense. Basically, he's gonna single-handedly keep that increased defense on Ninja, our only DPS at this point, the entire battle. You know, the entire boss fight at least, which is really, really handy. It's definitely an underrated part of his kit. There he goes using his A3, putting that shield up on everybody too. I think it's a nice ability. It's nice to have the shield and the heal in the same kit that's not predicated on just in the increased speed and the increased defense. That's not just predicated on having dead allies. So poor Rhonda, man, I feel bad for her not getting her moment to shine here in the spotlight. However, it looks like I'm gonna beat the first time. I actually just played this last night. I only went one run on this with the same team, and it was around 7 minutes. So we might be able to beat it without Rhonda here, as long as Ninja can pop off. But let's not speak too soon. Let's make sure this dragon doesn't take us out, because the dragon can hit very hard. But I think we're going to be A-okay. Look at this, right? So I love this team, man. And even, you know, I'm sure a lot of new players too will be like, dude, I can't do anything like this because I don't have Ninja. I don't have Ninja. I totally get that. But Ninja, although he's an absolute boss, absolute beast, just one of the best DPSs against bosses in this entire game, he's also a fairly replaceable champion against, unless you're really relying on the HP burn, you know? Meaning, like, in a dungeon like this, we could run, you know, a different burner on this team. We could just run another DPS on this team, and it might take longer because no one can get the job done as fast as Ninja in most areas. But man, look at Tagoar, dude. I mean, he's busting out all the shieldage and then the 571k in heals. It's really, really impressive from an AoE reviver. Granted, Syl out-healed him, but she's one of the better healers out there, especially over time. Let me go ahead and jump into Ice Golem. Every single dungeon with a level 50 Tagoar, I have to mention that, right? With a level 50 Tagoar, every dungeon I've been able to make 1 or 2 levels adding him to the team, which is really cool. The cool thing is now I can complete stage 24 on Ice Golem's Peak with him on the team. This is the squad that I am running. I'm not sure if it's necessary to run UDK on this team anymore. Maybe I could go, and I used to have to run him just to kind of keep the team alive. And let me know if you want to. I also got Melga on this account. Those are the 2 champions since I've like last checked in on the mini account with you guys. But let me see if, you know what? Ice Golem, that's the team. It gets the job done. It's not that exciting, right? Oh, thank God. I like Fire Knight a little bit more. Fire Knight, I'm still struggling on, man. But Fire Knight is the most important dungeon to farm other than Spider in this game, in my opinion. I mean, stun, savage, regeneration, shield gear. I mean, maybe use a little bit less because of bolster, but still it's incredible stuff. Regeneration we already mentioned, but even crit damage, especially in the end game, so useful. So yeah, I mean, especially the big 3 though for me: regeneration, stun, and savage. I have no good savage gear on this account, and you can tell just by looking at my dungeons, right, that I'm not farming, I'm not concentrating enough here on Fire Knight. Anyway, I'm going to come back to you when we get to the actual Fire Knight here, but now I'm able to actually farm Fire Knight 21, which is nice because it's a Spirit Affinity and is fairly energy efficient as well, and I can run all these Magic Affinity champions. I have Apothecary, Tagoar. I mean, everybody on the freaking team is Magic Affinity with the exception of Coldheart, who's Void. So let me come back to you guys when we get to the Fire Knight. Be right back. All right, guys, here we are. It took us 5 minutes, but we got to the Fire Knight, guys. We got to the Fire Knight. Man, I just saw in the downtime, I just saw like the funniest little interaction. You know, I wasn't sure if I wanted to make a video out of it, and maybe I will. You know what? We're like, what, 20 minutes into this video, minus whatever I'm going to cut out. Only the true viewers, only the real OGs, the real cool people are still watching this late into the video. Most of the viewers probably tuned out after 2 seconds. They're like, okay, what champion changed his account? All right, whatever, dislike, bye. But check this out, guys. I saw this on Reddit. The title of the post, as we go through here, you'll see Tagoar just basically doing his thing with the increased speed on everybody, the nice shield. And then that shield we really need in Fire Knight, man. We really need to keep Squishy Rhonda, and her friend Squishy Coldheart alive. Granted, sure, we can revive them, but there's no Syl the Drakes on this team to save us, right? We need to make sure that they're alive to actually get their shots in on this shield, right? Or it's going to add like quite a bit of time. Anyway, check this out, guys. Some of you guys will get a kick out of this. Who's your favorite bad champion? I'm not going to share all the responses because I think I might want to make a video out of this thread. But dude, I saw this at the end and I thought it was hilarious. This guy, Medjil, he goes, Bad El Khazar for sure. He's useful in so many parts of the game. Who's your favorite bad champion? Who's your favorite bad champion? And then this guy, sudden lunch, he fell for it. No one thinks he's a bad champion. And then Medjil says, what do you mean, question mark? Bad is right in his name. Come on, that's so corny, and I love it. He was just waiting for someone to be like, no one thinks Bad L's a bad champion, idiot. And then he's like, what do you mean? Bad is right in his, he's the best bad champion. So here we go. We have, again, this is not a speed run. It's not going to hit the speed run archives, that's for sure. Not going to make any summoning salt videos with this squad here. Still waiting for that Raid Shadow Legends speed run video. But I love Rond against Fire Knight because of that. Like, obviously, all our multi-hitters is a tremendous, but I love the in-your corner on top of everything else. And this is beautiful, man. Why did Tagoar, why was he the answer? Like, you might be asking yourself right now, well, wait a second. You have Mashal, you have Prince Kaimar, you have like a bunch of OP legendaries on your account. Why couldn't you have completed this with them instead? And the answer is pretty simple, but also it really depicts the value that this champion brings to your team, right? It's, frankly, the shield, the heal. Every ability is going to be bringing a shield, a heal, a oh crap we're dead revival, right? The increased defense, but I guess most importantly, not most importantly, I shouldn't say, that's the wrong way to put it, but I guess like on top of your average reviver, he's also bringing the increased speed and a 3-turn cooldown, right? Which again, Apothecary has on this team, but it's just so nice to have as someone who has the survivability, you know, the double hitter in this case is helpful, can keep the squishy champions alive, and the other big one, see, there's so much I love about this champion, right, is really, it never shows up on the stat sheet. You're not going to really appreciate it until you add him value over replacement on your team. But that passive, man, whenever anybody's weak, that extra 10% damage mitigation, it really adds up. So check it out, man. 650,000 in heals from a man, dude. I mean, that's really good. Put him with a spot healer like Apothecary. I don't even know. I didn't notice. I was too busy talking about the Reddit comment. I don't know if anybody even died. He did such a good job keeping everybody alive, right? Yeah, sell those even on this account. Womp womp. All right, guys, let me show you my main man Tagoar on the main account real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, here's my main Tagoar on the main account, fully awakened. Fully awakened. 250 speed. We got him with a lot of HP again, and that's basically it, right? That's basically it on this champion. I have him in a double immortal in life. I like the regen every turn. I put him in a regen set as well. I think either or works there. Similar build though, HP, and speed on the boots. HP percentage, and speed on the boots. Let me go ahead. Oh, and I have, as I should have mentioned earlier, I'm not sure. I want to be very clear here. I would not recommend Phantom Touch on this champion if you have him like 1, 2, 3, heck, maybe even like 4-star ascended, or awakened. But man, 6-star Phantom Touch is bonkers, dude. 100% chance of inflicting bonus damage, 35% chance of inflicting a second instant of bonus damage. Plus he's getting the 7 speed and the attack. Oh, the attack doesn't really matter that much, but the HP as well. I put Phantom Touch on him just to see what would happen, like out of just curiosity. Blessing's what I would normally go with, probably. Let me just cover that first for the masses here. I'm thinking like Grim Resolve is probably going to be what I would go with. It really depends, right? As is always the case. Commanding Presence, I like to have one on my team, so strengthening my team's aura by 35% would be really, really good, and getting the extra HP would also make a lot of sense. So I could easily go Commanding Presence, especially if I didn't have anybody with Intimidating Presence on the team already, or Commanding Presence. I think the Dark Resolve is just incredible. We got a chance at blocking debuffs, no cooldown, get the speed, the extra HP as well there. So I'm a big fan of Dark Resolve. Did I call it Grim Resolve? Oops, is that an ability somewhere? Either way, Masteries on this. I do have War Master. I came down with the Healing Masteries as well. Let me go ahead. I'm not going to show you the entire run because it's pretty boring. This is Doom Tower Secret Room 1 on this new rotation here. But I do want to show you how much this dude can heal and how much damage you can put out with a 6-star Phantom Touch as well. So let me go ahead and run this team. I love, listen, it's not the fastest team in the world because it's Epic Champions only, and I could run like Seer, Mausoleum Mage and just do a Seer activation squad, but it's pretty dang fast considering it's a non-Seer team. So what I'm going to do, guys, is, again, I'll just let him go in there with a nuke or two. A nuke or two. He doesn't have any crit rate either, so all his damage is coming from War Master and Phantom Touch, which really does add up. But I'm going to come back to you guys at the end of this run. I just want to take a look at his heal and his damage stats. Be right back. All right, guys, here we go. Almost done. Let's see what we can do here. I have Ugo built as a super healer as well, just FYI. So again, 400k, 173, which again isn't bad for a reviver, right? For a reviver, and all that damage isn't coming from any crit rate or anything like that. It is coming from obviously all of those Phantom Touches in War Masters. So guys, that's gonna do it. I love this champion. He is so good. If you get him, I mean, unless you're already sitting on, you know, revivers and revivers on revivers, right? He is really a special champion. Again, for me personally, he's one of the better epics inside the entire game, one of the better support champions out there that you can look for. There's not that many AoE revivers in the game in terms of epic champions, and he's up there in terms of not just the revive. Obviously, it's not the best revive in the world, but all the other utility that we talked about that he's bringing to your teams, and he's fairly easy to build as well. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys.